Let's talk about one of Rob Zombie's more popular characters for a moment, shall we? Otis B. Driftwood, from the infamous Firefly trilogy. Which version of Otis did you prefer and why? And we're talking overall here, not a breakdown of every single category individually, but overall, which version of Otis did you prefer and why? And yes, I understand that he's the same character from House to Devil's Rejects to Three from Hell, but he's definitely changed a lot between the first film and the third film. Not just visually, but attitude, demeanor, everything. In House of a Thousand Corpses, he was sort of a artsy, manic hillbilly, obsessed with art, kidnapping women, and just being an all-around strange, weird, avant-garde, acid trip of a character. Whereas in Devil's Rejects, the second film of the trilogy, he's more grounded in reality. He's not as comical, he's not as weird, he's not as hillbilly-ish. He's more of a straightforward Charlie Manson type character who's not really... I mean, he has some comedic stuff and he has some comedic lines, but he's definitely not as lighthearted as he was in the first film. Not to say he was lighthearted in the first film, but you know what I mean. In part 2, Otis really got serious. And when it comes to the third film, the most recent film of the trilogy, and what we assume is the last film, capping off the trilogy and ending the Firefly saga once and for all, Otis is older, he seems a little bit more chilled out, a little bit more peaceful. He's still doing crazy stuff and murdering people in vicious, terrible ways, but he doesn't really seem like the Otis from the first film, and he definitely seems like a heavily toned-down version of Otis from the second film. With that said, I think Otis from Devil's Rejects is still my favorite, but what about you? I know a lot of people prefer his characterization in House, and I know a lot of people love his characterization in Three from Hell. Let me know in the comments below.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Stump.
Stump who?
Fuck me, Tiny, fuck me. Tiny, don't you fuck them stumps.
That's a command performance.
Yeah,
Oh,
boy.
yeah. Must have been good the first 10
Man,
times.
knot holes.
Yeah.